All right. Happy Sunday, guys. We are only, I think it's 11 days away from Summit. I'm so freaking pumped. So if you guys are attending Summit, make sure that you are in the Summit group because we're going to be posting a lot in there about where we're going to be meeting up. I'll probably mention this on next week's call too. If you are not going to be at Summit, there usually is a live feed. So you can watch like all of the announcements and everything going on when we're there. So that's pretty much during the actual like the opening ceremony, and I don't know if they do it for the closing ceremony, but they do it. There's another one where everybody's being recognized and they do a live feed for that too, so that's pretty cool. All right, for tonight, we are going to be talking about Instagram, and Nia is going to be talking with everybody about what she has been doing lately. She said she's been doing a ton of training and implementing, which is important when you're doing training, and it's been pretty effective for her. So I'm going to hand it over to her, and she can talk to us about what's been working for her.
All right. Hi. Okay, so I have been away from Instagram since January of this year, and I just came back at the beginning of the month, and unfortunately I lost over 2,000 followers during that time frame. Before I became a coach, I did vaping competitions and sponsorships, and all of my followers were based on that. It had a similar concept, so I'm using parts of what I learned from that along with the webinars that I've been doing to give you guys a little bit of a build-up, whether you're at 0 followers, 200 followers, or 2,000 followers. Sorry about that. My little guest here is going to be a little bit interruptive. How to grow your Instagram following. So it's going to start out with creating a bio that will attract others and that can increase leads. Your content posting and how to make it valuable and eye-catching, turning followers into customers and leads, and how to use hashtags to their full potential, and how they can also help grow your following exponentially. It's also going to include how to search and find your potential audience. So starting out with Instagram statistics, there's over 400 million active monthly users on Instagram. 100 million of those use Instagram daily. The engagement rate is about 50 times higher than Facebook. Plus, it's free, so a lot of people want to use it because it's free. But in order to use it to its full potential, you know, you've got to put in the work. You got to keep pushing. It's not easy, and it does take a little bit of time. But I've been doing about 15 minutes each day, and I've seen quite a bit of the benefits pop up already. Starting with attracting followers, it'll help build your profile's momentum. The momentum that you have, the more momentum that you have, like the more engagement that you're going to receive. You're going to have tons of loose followers, meaning that they're not quality followers. They're not people that are going to engage with you. Other coaches, motivation coaches, as I think Stacy pointed out earlier. You're also going to have a lot of bots and fake accounts. But but don't be too concerned with those because they're padding right now. Especially if you're around 200 or so followers and you haven't broken the first 1,000, it's going to be padding and it's going to be shred later. When you attract quality followers, which we're going to talk about how to later on, you're more likely to move those from followers into potential customers and leads. Building an email list. And if you don't know what that is, there's a great training on it in the back office. But building an email list is huge with Instagram because you can build it even more than Facebook, but you have to base it off of your followers and engaging with them. Your bio is where we're going to start today. We're going to go through each little part in your Instagram profile and teach you how to use it properly. Your bio needs to have captivating content so people look at it and they're like, oh, that's cool. When someone looks at your page, do they think that they're going to be sold something from Beachbody, or do they think that you are a inspiration for health and fitness. I'm sorry, baby. Here you go. You need to have a searchable username so that you want it to be searchable. So you'll see that you have your tag, which is for me, it's @LazyFitMia. It's something that's relatable to me. I'm extremely lazy. I am a procrastinator. But I I am focusing on my fitness. Underneath that, you'll have a place where you can put like your name, such as Nia Burns. For me right now, I'm testing out a new theory, and I put health and fitness coach, just for right now to see what it does, because that searchable name, when people search on Facebook, say they're searching for a wedding photographer. They're searching for a wedding photographer. If you have that in your name, that's one of the first things that's going to pop up is wedding photographer. Now, Instagram also bases that off of followers, so if you only have 200 followers, well, you're not going to pop up at the top, but you'll be on that list when they search. You want it to be memorable, something that's easy to remember. Health and fitness coach is kind of easy to remember, but I'm still working out the kinks with it. You want it to be short and not too long. And if you want one that isn't available, get creative with it. You can add periods and underscores, but don't make it too long or forgettable. So, like I said, your name is used for a main keyword. Instagram pulls that information into their search feature. So if you have 1,000 followers, then you're going to be towards the top of the regular followed people. And if you search wedding photographer and you have 26,000 followers, you're going to be at the very top. Now, with your bio, you don't want to be boring. You don't want to have hashtag Team Beachbody Coach. You don't want to make it about you. Don't put like San Diego, California, or Nashville, Tennessee, just to say where you are. Like for mine, I had Navy vet in there, and I thought it was relatable when in all actuality it's actually not, so I've taken it out. Don't make it about your products. Don't put 22-minute hardcore special ops person or anything like that. I found out that is a huge turnoff for people, and they are less likely to look further into your profile. Now, underneath your tag and your username, you have a description. This is huge. You want to have a strong description. When people look at your page, it's going to be the first thing that they read usually, and it needs to be upfront about what you are, what you post, and it needs to have value. One of the things that I've included is also a call to action. So it's telling someone to make an action that you want them to take and the benefit that they'll receive if they follow through with that action. There's also a link underneath that for your website. Instagram gives you one clickable link and one clickable link only. So use it to its full potential. The email collector for Beachbody is a great one to put there, I guess. That's what I've used. And I've gotten quite a few emails from that as well. I give them I've used the Country Heat email collector for this so that people are getting more information on Country Heat, but I'm getting their email so that I can turn them hopefully into potential customers. Content for your Instagram page. So when people click on your page, they see your name, your username, your description, and then they'll see your content. You have to have something that'll keep them there, and that's, of course, your content. Make it branded towards you. Don't make it branded towards Beachbody. I started doing that with my Shakeology cup and stuff. I've found that I don't get as much interaction on those photos, and people tend to like steer away from them, especially if they're into weight loss. They know what Beachbody is, they know what Shakeology is, and they feel like they're going to be sold something. Your bio describes who you are, what you do, what you have to offer. It focuses on providing value to those that you would hopefully wish to work with or those who wish to work with you. Think of your Instagram profile as a branding platform. So your posted content says who you are and what you stand for. But remember to post content for your audience. Irrelevant content turns people away. You have to constantly reinforce this by posting photos of you, but have a theme to your account. The theme is a really hard thing for most people to grasp. I still haven't grasped it properly, but it has to be that when people take a glance at your account in those 1 point whatever seconds that they see your account, they have to decide right then and there if they're going to benefit from following you or not. And that top row of photos with your upper information is all you have to go off of. Following top coaches. One of the top coaches that I follow is Angie Belmar. And I thought this was a really great idea at first because I'm following her. I see that she posts her and her workout gear, her new shoes, her food that she's eating and stuff like that. That's great content. But one of the things I get really upset with is that I was posting things like this, but I didn't have the professional looking photos as she did. It's also because I didn't know how to edit photos. And I also had to remember that she has almost 60,000 followers. So it's okay to follow top coaches and see what they're doing on their Instagrams, but most of them already have a huge following, and you're just starting to build up your following. So they don't need to post stuff that is significant to their first 1,000 to 5,000 followers to change their business, but you do. Now, the grid is something that I'm still testing out. I've had people say that the grid needs to be matching. And then in the next training that I did, it says your grid does not need to be matching, but it needs to have the same theme. I'm trying both to see how it is and how it works for each of them. I think that matching too much can actually be a turnoff for most people. But creating like a chain of posts is actually pretty neat, and it catches people's attention because it's uniform. I don't know which one works best. I'm still figuring it out, so if you guys want to try it out and let me know what works best for you, that's great. It does, of course, just like everything else, it has to be appealing. It has to catch someone's eye. You don't have to post every single photo that you take. Just the ones that look really nice or the ones that look amazing, because posting too much apparently is also a turn off to followers as well. Posting over 5 times a day supposedly can bring your following down drastically. If you are posting and you're trying to keep that chain, keeping your posts limited to about 3 to 5 times a day is perfect, because then you're not as likely to break the chain with posting an unrelated picture. Say you have a health and fitness account that shows you. You are promoting yourself for health and fitness inspiration to help build your business. And you post a picture of your dog. And it's the only picture of the dog on the entire page. And somebody scrolls through and they see it. It looks out of place. I'm not saying don't do it. But it looks a little bit out of place. If you have less than 1,000 followers, this is going to be probably the best part for you to start at. It's going to be concentrating around building your gallery. So if you're just starting out on Instagram, or even if you're like me and you went inactive for a while, you have to build your gallery around what you are involved with to build your account. So take a bunch of pictures, go out on a run or a hike, take a bunch of pictures, edit them if you want to, but post them throughout the day. Don't post them all at once. So if you spread your post out throughout the day, you're catching different audiences. So if I post in the morning, which is what I've been doing, I've been posting like a quote in the morning whenever I first wake up with some valuable description underneath it, and sometimes a call to action. Like a link is in my bio for this, 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 and this, don't miss out or whatever, but not making it too salesy. And then I can get 30 likes. In the afternoon, I will post a picture of my lunch or what I had to eat that day, and I'll get around 20 or so likes. But they're all different from the ones in the morning. And then at night, I'll post a workout selfie or workout inspiration. And once again, I get 40 to 50 likes, but they're all different. They're not the same. So once again, posting too much, you know, it can unattract new followers. It can make them think, oh gosh, these people post a lot. This is filling my news feed up. I'm just gonna unfollow. Posting about 2 to 3 pictures throughout the day, of course, is great. But if you have a brand new Instagram, you're gonna want to post about 5 to 10 pictures for the first day or two, so that you have content there. That way, you're getting new followers. They can immediately see what you're about, what you stand for. Along with building your gallery comes your captions. These captions have to provide value along with the image. So the number one mistake that I've made, and I'm very guilty of this, is that the description doesn't match my picture. So it needs to enhance your picture and back it up with valuable information that you can't include in the picture itself. You want to give it value and elaborate. You kind of want to turn it into a communication portal as well. So maybe leave an open-ended question, or get something to interact with people, because maybe somebody's going to see your picture, they're going to read the description, and they're going to be like, oh, me too, I can relate to that, and they'll type something on there. It can also be a communication portal. All right. I think this is the most important part. This is what's helped me the most over the past few days since I've started this, is engaging with followers. This goes back to kind of like inviting on Facebook, only with Facebook, I feel it's very personal. Everything is right there, you know, and it scares me a little, or it did. And with Instagram, I haven't had any fears holding me back. I can start up a conversation with someone on Instagram on their post, and if they reply and they want to talk a little bit more, we go and DM each other, so direct message each other. And there, you're building trust with that person. You're getting to know that person more. You're talking about your similar interests. So every time I get a new follower, I look at their account. I check to see what their account is about. If it is a person, not a business, because most of my followers are business accounts, I like some of their photos, and then I comment on their photos with value. I'm genuine, and I'm not just, hey, great photo, do you want to try this? And that's what I get a lot too, is, hey, I loved your photo. Have you thought about doing this company or this to make money? And it's not personal. I don't trust them. It's very salesy and scammy. I don't like it. So I treat people how I would want to be treated on there. And I've gotten a lot of great responses so far. So just get to know them. Be yourself. Don't be pushy. I actually have my Instagram page up right now. And this lady, she had posted about weight loss. And I went through and searched the hashtag weight loss. And I said,
you can screen share if you want to.
Can I?
Yeah. Do you see the share screen? I'm on a Mac, so it's like down on the bottom row, next to the chat and the participants.
Give me a second.
Maybe if you go to like meeting, you can say start share right there. But like I said, I'm on a Mac, so it might be different for you.
Let's see here. I think I can. Share screen. Okay, there it is. All right. I have 2 desktops. I don't know which one to. There it is. Here. I have a picture up right here. Let's see if it'll screen share. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
A lot of it's blurred out. You can see my awesome editing skills. But I told her, hey, thanks so much. I love seeing people who are working on their health and fitness journeys just like me. You've come a long way. Don't give up. Don't listen to what anyone says. Keep pushing. You are doing amazing. And she said, thank you so much. I needed that this morning. I went and followed you. Here's to being fit, happy, and healthy. How do I stop screen sharing?
At the top of my page, that's where you can stop.
Oh, well, I'll figure it out in just a second. So after that, I messaged her and I was like, hey, I saw what's been going on your page. She had someone message her or comment on her stuff and say that she was still overweight and she wasn't making progress. And I've been there. A couple of you have seen, like, I've been there. I've had that happen to me on my personal page a couple of times. And people who aren't around you constantly don't see that, how much progress you're making. Aha, I found it. There we go. So yeah, I had that happen, and it kind of spoke to me this morning. That happened this morning. It made me feel really good because we're still talking. We're still building up trust. I know a lot about her now. She's friends with me on Facebook. I added her today. It's great. I love Instagram. There's another thing that happened. I think it was Jessica in Pure Synergy Coaches posted about how she's been following Andrea Owen. For those of you who don't know, Andrea Owen is the girl who does Your Kick-Ass Life podcast. And she's been following her for a while. She's been commenting on a lot of her stuff, just interacting and engaging with her. And Andrea Owen sent her a friend request, and now they're friends on Facebook. And that's awesome. I'd love to be friends with Andrea Owen. So that's another thing. Don't just engage with your followers. Engage with those that you follow as well. You never know where that's going to lead. Like other photos with themes that you love, comment on them, say what you love about the photos, and searching hashtags. I think I have a page about hashtags that I'm going to get to later. Sorry, I'm reading from my PowerPoint. Searching hashtags that relate to similar interests can land you on amazing people like Andrea Owen. Follow the ones that you love, engage with them, because it'll make others look at your profile and you can hopefully gain other followers from the experience. Hashtagging is difficult. It took me a little bit to get the hang of it. I did a lot of internet searches on hashtags and what people would likely search for. So for those of you who have never used Instagram before, hashtags are little tags that organize people's pictures by categories. So like fitness or fitness journey, fitness addict, health and fitness, stuff like that. They ease in content discovery, so you finding other people's hashtags with similar interests. These can help drive traffic to your posts. So it's crucial in growing your audience and your following. Instagram gives you 30 hashtags that you can use on a single picture or video. If you include more than 30, it won't post. There are a lot of people that think that using too many hashtags makes a post look tacky. But, excuse me, but using at least 11 hashtags will give you a wide enough basis that it can increase your engagement like crazy. The reason is because whenever you use a hashtag, your post doesn't just get buried. It gets archived, and people who search that hashtag will be able to view it for the next few days, weeks, months. It's there. It's got a category now. It's not just a floating picture that's lost except for your profile. Your hashtag kind of needs to be relevant to your picture. I posted a few weeks ago, before I did any of this training, I posted a picture of me drinking my Shakeology and put cute hair or something. And I went back and looked at it and I was like, that had nothing to do with this. And it didn't help me. It didn't bring me any followers. So your hashtags need to be relevant. One of the hashtags that I go to and use a lot is weight loss transformations and weight loss journeys, because that's what I'm on right now. So everything in there, I talk to so many people through there. That's another thing, searching the hashtags that you use. If you pick your hashtags out, go through and search them. If you see the posts are relatable or relevant to your content, go ahead and try them out. 4 to 5 different hashtags each time you post, and see which ones generate you the most content. One of the things that I've done in the past as well is using hashtag Shakeology. And I've realized that that does nothing because everyone who's hashtagging Shakeology already has Shakeology. They know what it is. They're using the product or have used the product in the past. So that's not going to help me out at all. So don't use your product as a hashtag. Along with hashtags, make sure that your Instagram account is public. If your Instagram account is private and you're posting hashtags, they won't appear to anyone except for people who are already following you. So you're not going to generate an extra following. You can only put hashtags in your own post as well. So don't try to hashtag other people's photos. Instagram blocks that. With the 30 hashtags, if you put 30 hashtags and you look at it and you're like, man, this is really tacky, I understand, I don't like this. You can always go ahead and post your post and then go through and comment on it with all of your hashtags so that it doesn't take away from the value of the description for your image or your picture or video or anything like that. Hashtagging, like I said, can be very difficult to figure out at first. Hashtagging is also a great way to find your target audience. So for me, I go through and search different hashtags to find real people and not businesses. One of the hashtags that I've used before is like hashtag moms or hashtag women. And everyone that's on there is someone promoting a product. It's just businesses. So go through and think of what your target audience would most likely hashtag. Say it's a new mom who just had a baby, or women who are trying to get off the baby weight. You're going to want to hashtag something relevant, such as like hashtag baby or hashtag baby weight, stuff like that. Baby feet is probably a good one because new moms love to post their baby's feet. Interact with those people. Leave genuine comments. This is one that I use personally because I have baby fever like crazy. I want all the babies. So looking at those pictures, I love it. Leave genuine comments relevant to the picture. And once you leave that comment, someone's going to be like, okay, that's really sweet. Who is this person? They're going to go and look at your profile and they're going to be like, oh, that's awesome. It's a great conversation starter. Once you search a hashtag and you find one that works, Instagram will also give you more relevant hashtags on the side or at the very top underneath the search bar so that you can look at those as well. Another way to find your audience is looking at places. Like I love to shop at Ann Taylor. So I can go through and look at Ann Taylor and find people who are hashtagging about Ann Taylor. And I can go through that way and find my target audience, communicate with them, build trust. Let's see, Ann Taylor, Gap, all those places are things that I've searched here lately. So a few other things that I do on my own that I've heard people mention is using your hobbies. For me, that was vaping. I had over 3,000 followers whenever I started all of my vaping stuff on my profile. I went inactive. I lost thousands of them. So I started back at 2,000 followers at the beginning, or 200 followers at the beginning of this month. I'm using my hobby in with my health and fitness coach. I think it fits in. I'm able to attract more people. A majority of my followers are from the vaping community. So find a hobby that you love and use that as well. Focus on that as well. Tie it into it. And that's another way to bring followers to you. There's an app that you can use. A lot of people, if it gets to you whenever you find out people unfollow you or anything, you might not want to use it. But there's an app called Followers Plus for your phone. I've been using it for the past year. I love it. It gives engagement statistics for each of your posts. So how many people have viewed it, how many people have liked it, commented on it, compared to previous posts. It tells about your hashtag usage and what has generated from each hashtag. It also tells you who has unfollowed you. I don't really use it for that, but I use it for the engagement portion. And there is a paid version. I use the free version. But all in all, I take about 15 minutes each day and go through, post on Instagram, interact with people, and create conversations with people. I usually ask questions on posts a lot, and it has helped to build my Instagram following by, let's see, in the past month, I've gone up over 500 people, which isn't a lot, but I just started the training on Thursday of this week, and I went from 400 to 730, I believe. Here. Yeah, I have 730 just from the training. So I went up quite a bit in just 3 days. That's not all that there is. I mean, definitely go through and do some webinars, and I think Shailene Johnson, yes, that's the one. Shailene Johnson's webinar for Instagram is absolutely amazing. It's free, and it's about 35 minutes altogether. It's great. But yeah, that's about all I have. Yes, I can. I will find it and post it. I think it's on her personal or on her business Facebook page.
Yeah, I used to do a ton with Instagram. It's actually where I first started my business off, and it's like everything has changed since then, and I just started getting back to it in the last few months. So I'm definitely, and I know Instagram can be huge. It's just you have to put in the work for it. You can't just post, not tag anything, and then expect people to all of a sudden follow you.
Yeah, and I figured a lot of people knew most of this, but for people who haven't done Instagram before, there were a couple of things that I didn't even know.
No, that was all really, really good. Thank you so much for sharing. Does anybody have any questions? We have about 5 minutes left. Well, I have a question. What did you, okay, so you said you went like up 300 followers since Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think was the most effective thing that you started doing that brought you up that much?
Hashtagging was definitely, I went from hashtagging cute hair and Shakeology to actually using some of the other hashtags. And some of them sound really sleazy. It's actually helped a lot in finding other people who are doing the same thing. Instagram as a hashtag has worked tremendously. I didn't realize this, but there's over 803 million posts daily in hashtag Instagram, and people are constantly looking at it. I think just hashtagging health and fitness journey has helped a lot. Weight loss has helped a lot. These are things that I didn't start hashtagging until Thursday. Most of that is just me hashtagging, people commenting or DMing me, and then me creating a conversation with them.
Lisa, did you have a question?
Yeah, what is that grid thing? I went to your Instagram, Angel, but I don't know what you mean. That whole grid thing.
Here, I will screen share and show you right here. Let me look up Angel real quick before it goes away.
Okay.
Angel, the Fit and Free Mama. Now that I know how to screen share. All right, can you see Angel's page right here?
I can.
So you'll see for her grid, this is the grid, all of the photos that you have. You'll see that in the left column, it lines up perfectly that there is a quote.
Okay.
The middle one, she has selfies and information about her business, and on the right side, she also has selfies as well and information about her business. So whenever you first look at this, you see, okay, it matches. That's awesome. That's the grid.
Okay. Does it do that automatically, or do you have to set it up?
So what she'll do, and Angel, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just starting out to do this on my own, is you have 3 pictures that go from each line. So I post, like I do my quotes in the morning.
Okay.
I post 1 quote, so they all line up together. And then in the afternoon, I post my lunch, and they all line up together. And at night, I post my workout pictures, and they all line up together. So if she were to post a selfie right now, this line that's right here would move over and line up right here with her new selfie, and the quotes would move over to the middle row. Is that right?
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I actually saw it from another coach, and I thought it was really cool, and it really caught my eye. So that's why I started doing it, and I've been doing it for a while, and I've had a lot of people comment that they like how it looks, and that it looks professional. So
I like it. It was kind of hard for me to grasp the whole moving photos thing, but I like it. I'm going to try it for a little bit and see if it increases my engagement as well.
yeah, I need to start going and actively commenting on people's things, because I haven't put in the time for it. So that's something that I definitely need to start doing. So we are going to go off of here in a minute. So I'm just going to say thank you so much for popping on and doing this. This is very, very helpful. And I want to hear what everybody else is going to be doing and when you're going to be setting aside 15 minutes out of your day to grow your Instagram following. And I will get the link posted as soon as possible. All right. Thank you so much. And everybody have a great night. Bye.